I'm gathering,
Hmm.
because Liz was denied to come to carbonation unless she fucking Nature Boy.
And when he was here, he did keep implementing when he was here. Like he was upset at Nature Boy. He said that he was upset at Nature Boy because Nature Boy wouldn't let her come because she kept saying she was 18, and Nature Boy, because he even said it when he was here. He was like, I don't know how Nature Boy knew, but he knew she was underage, but she kept saying she was 18. And I'm just like, that's weird. Why would she lie like that to try to
Right.
get into a cult? So,
Hmm.
and then he was like, and it's like he was real bothered by that. And I was just like, this is weird. So,
Well, he's making a lie. He's telling a lie about that, because I don't believe that Liz is underage, for one, because I've seen this girl's been on to her. I've been on to her Facebook page, and I've seen her at graduations and different little stuff like that. So I just really find that hard to believe. Not only that, the police has been involved with them as well, for all them being incarcerated for some things.
Mm.
no, I think he was saying like at the time that she wanted to come there,
Right. Right.
he was saying she was,
Oh, okay. So this was a while back.
This
Okay,
probably
yeah,
was a
I
while
get you.
back. Yeah.
yeah, like she kept saying she was 18, and he said he didn't know how Nature Boy was saying like, no, you're not, you're really 17. He was like, I didn't know how he knew that. And so I was like, that's really strange that, but I didn't even know that he was talking to the girl Liz. Like I was put into a situation that I didn't even know that he was talking to her until like the incident at Walmart when he was telling me like, you distracting me. Like, can you go over there? And I was like, who are you talking to like that? Like, excuse me? Like, you don't talk to me like that. And like, so it's like if I'm a person trying to help somebody and they're talking to someone secretly, how would I know that? Like, and I was looking at him like, who is he on the phone with? Like, he always on the phone with some girl, and then it's almost like he wanted me to get away from him so he can talk to this girl like constantly. So yeah,
Well, I'm trying to figure
Did
out,
that?
is
Can I
Frazier,
ask her a
is
question,
Frazier,
Caesar?
mm-hmm.
So, I mean, did that bother you that he was talking to a lot of other
Well,
girls?
if you no, it's not a matter of it bothering me, but if you tell me to drive you to the store in my car and you say, okay, we gonna go in here and get something, you're not on the phone. I don't really know you like that. I'm just getting to know you. So, and then you know, go down one out and you come back and you on the phone and then you just bust out and be like, you know, can you go over there? You distracted me. That could be a lot to put on a person who don't really know you. Like, I didn't know you could have just said I'm on the phone. Can you, I'm a step away. But it came across like he was hiding something. And I'm just like, okay, I didn't even know that you were with somebody. I didn't know any of that. I just thought he came, from the girl house who he was with. He was left out on the sidewalk in the dark, how he described it to me in the text message, and he needed help. I didn't know that like he became angry and outraged over this girl, and they had a secret plan to use every woman he come in contact with to try to get to her so they can build their own cult. Like I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? So
So with you and Kite, it was never no, I mean, because not saying like when you around. Hold on, I'm sorry, the ambulance is riding past. But like when you got a person around you that you talking to day in day out, and y'all develop some type of little bond or friendship, relationship, whatever. Did any of those type of feelings ever surface for you when it came to
no,
Kite?
he was like my nephew. Like
Okay.
I look at him like he was. I have nephews and
Mhm.
nieces his age, so like when we walked into Walmart that day, I had been talking to him. We just was communicating and talking, and I asked him like, "What's your plans? What do you want to do? Like, do you have any plans?" Like,
Mhm.
and he did bring up like he want to live back in the tropics. Like, he did bring up that stuff, but you
Mhm.
know, that day was the first day that I actually like was with him. So I didn't really know anything about him like that as far as him dealing with someone or like I didn't know that. It was just a trip to Walmart where it's just like these behaviors about him started coming out and I'm just like, "Oh wow, I thought you were a nice young man. I didn't know you can be like belligerent with your mouth like that, you know?"
Okay, well, this is the same story, Ty, that he said about Brianna. That
Mhm.
Brianna was jealous of him talking to Liz. Okay,
But she
but
wasn't right.
the story that I got from Brianna, it just wasn't a woman he was talking to. It was a gay guy. Now,
Mhm.
if what I'm trying to get to the bottom of is this here. Is Frazier the one he's been talking to or Mother Kitty? From what my understanding is, Mother Kitty just came about. So is Frazier where's this man at that he was talking to? I want to know who is the guy that he was secretly on there doing the jerk offs with. Is it Frazier or is it Mother Kitty? Because it just wasn't Liz he was talking to. I'm getting to the bottom of this shit.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. I apologize.
I'm dead fucking serious. I'm getting to the bottom of this shit. Who
I
is the
gotta breathe.
secret gay lover and what
Mhm.
part of this shit that he got going on?
You're right.
What is this like a polygamy relationship with two men and a woman? Like what the fuck is going on here?
J Star,
You
you
probably
said
really don't
he
even know.
playing on the LBGT community top. What you mean by that?
Now, when these reports and things was coming in, and Brianna was getting tired of him, it wasn't just a woman he was talking to; it was a man as well.
Mm.
So, who was the man, Mother Kitty or Frazier? What the fuck really going on?
I mean, if Mother Kitty was the one who was offering thousands of dollars, that would be the person I'll talk to every day.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm just being
Uh,
100.
I wanted to I wanted to ask, is it Fezah?
Feza.
Fezah, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I was wanted to ask you a couple questions. Um, what made you decide to help Kite?
Well, he inboxed me here on Bigo and like basically was like in disarray. Like, can you please help me? I don't have any place to go. It's dark outside. I'm on the sidewalk. Like, can you please help me? Like a cry for help. Like nobody could help him. He told me he got put out and basically he was on the sidewalk in the
Oh, okay. Um, so the first place you met him was here
yeah,
on
yeah,
Vigo?
yes. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. And not to be disrespectful or anything, I promise. But did you find him attractive? Did that help a little bit?
No, everybody, I think I talked about this when I went live with World the first time. Kite,
Mm-hmm.
somebody who was like my nephew, like I looked at him like a nephew. I
Got you.
like no desire to sleep with him at all. I'm a public figure. Like I deal with men who make like 20 figures and above. Like I I have very good looking men coming at me on a daily basis. So it's just like I was never interested in him. And he knows that my niece Deja can testify to that. She was on live with me
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook a couple of times. and she specifically heard me sitting him down, telling him, listen, young man, I'm not interested in you. You're here to get yourself together so you can work and get out. So, it's just like, I just basically, I was never interested in him. Like that never
Right.
was a thing. Like I'm a public figure. I deal with men all the time who have money. Like
Right.
it's not my family owns 3 farms in Kentucky where I live at that um that we attend to, our whole family attend to. So is
Hmm.
he personally actually contacted me and inboxed me on Bigo and told me that he wanted to actually live out here because I live in nature. So because he when he inboxed me, he was like, I don't want to live in Chicago because it's very evil, it's dark, it's demonic, and like I can't live here because it's like it's in the city and it's like Babylon. So he was like, well, where do you like? I said, I live in Kentucky, like in a rural area. And he was like, that would be perfect for me because I'm used to that. So when my niece told me, like, he went live and he was like, I reminded him of Nature Boy and I had him way out in the country. I'm like, excuse me? Like, dude, I have actual text messages of you saying you wanted to come out in the country because you were used to it because you were at Carbonation. Like, I didn't will you out here. I did not make you come here. Like, you did that on your own. So if that answers your question.
Yes, 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 yes. So it was like I see where now that it was
Let's
like a.
go, Nicole. Let's go back to the start of this. If a woman is
Divide
putting
make it work.
naked pussy and different things in your face and you don't touch it, let's just get to the source of this shit. It's not even
Hmm.
about no pussy because pussy has been thrown at him and he gets on the floor and go to sleep. So this is more than some pussy shit. This man is gay. He don't want no pussy. But what is his thing with with Liz? Is this shit is weird. I'm trying to get to the bottom of this shit because Brianna knows about the secret male lover and nobody else. But who is it? He
So
never.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I feel
it's
like he's just like spinning the story of I was jealous about like I'm sorry, like that little girl compared to me and just saying on a physical why would I compare my why would you put me in a category of a little girl who's still developing? Like her body is still developing. So it's just like I feel like he's spinning that story to make it seem like me, the girl Brianna, and me were jealous of her. But in reality, I didn't even know about her when he got here. So I think he was spinning that to make it seem like that, but that was gonna be his destination anyway. Like he's just doing that so he can get money off of Bigo.
Yeah, that was his final destination, Liz. But where do the gay men fit in at?
right.
Yeah. Uh,
That's all I'm trying. Is he using the gay men or like Nature Boy do? I mean, like with this shit.
Because I mean, they were taught that being bisexual is right, right?
yeah.
Like it's okay.
And of course, yes, Fisa, Liz was his final destination. But where do the gay men play in that?
I don't know about the gaming. I don't know. I know when he was here, I had a sit down talk with him about the girl, and when I tell y'all the conversation was intense, he was very angry with me because of the things I said to him. Like basically woke it up on him, and I basically told him like, listen, it is not okay that you come into someone else's house and you want them to take care of you, and in them taking care of you and feeding you, you're not contributing anything. But then you don't want to get up and do what you have to do as far as job searching. And then when I give you leads on the job, you switch it up and say, oh, now you want to work. But then when you came here, you said you did not want to work a job. You said I want to work, but I want to work from home job. So it's like he kept switching it up while he was here, like, okay, I don't want to do work from home. I want to do a regular work job
So
because he was
meanwhile,
trying to
all while
play
this
me.
was going on, he was getting cash apps.
Yeah, he was trying to play me to like
So wait,
save
wait, wait.
time.
As he was getting these cash apps, was he offering you anything, or did you get any wind of him sending them to Liz and Nature Boy? Because from what I heard,
No.
money has been sent to Liz and Nature Boy, and that's majority of the cash apps.
Mm.
Yeah, I know he was. I know he dropped like a plane on Nature Boy. Yes, he did that in my house. So
Oh
that's
wow.
true.
So how much did he give Nature Boy while he was there?
It was I think a plane or something, like some kind of gift he dropped. Like,
Oh, okay.
but
So it was like a big gift
it
that
was a
cost a lot
big
of
gift.
money.
Yeah, because he told me
Oh.
it was a big gift.
So did you know
Did,
anything about the $1,000 that was sent to him?
I think that's what he was sending because I know when he sent the gift, he was like, "It's worth $1,000." So yes,
Mm.
So this bitch, no, you know what? Now, are
yeah,
you aware of him
yeah.
sending? Are you aware of him sending all the money to Liz to get a place for them? Or
See,
you ain't
I did.
familiar with that?
I didn't know that he was secretly doing that, but I had a feeling he was doing that.
Wow.
I
That they were
know. I'm
scheming
sorry.
up on everybody to like, yeah, like he was doing yes behind people's back, like he was scheming that all up.
Miley, a yacht costs more than $800.
Mm.
Way
Mm.
more.
I know at Brianna's house, she was complaining about a lot about what he wasn't doing. Did he pick up around your house, or even offer to take like the trash out or wash the dishes or anything?
So when he was here, he would kind of be like hoarding things in one area, and that was a problem for me because you don't hoarder things in this house. There's a place for everything. That's why you have closets and so you know, like I didn't like the fact he was trying to hoarder. Like if he went to the store, I took him to go to Walmart, he'll just sleep with the bags beside him, like someone was going to steal it. And I'm just like, well, you can hang them, you can just take the items and hang them up, but like that was an issue. Another issue, he burnt a hole in my couch with the iron. So, and my niece told me he went live and said that, oh, he didn't like living here because I was tight. If you pay over $3,000 for a couch and someone burned the iron inside the couch, that would upset you
Right.
too.
Hell yeah, that girl.
Of course, yes, Miss VK. That we all know that the plan was to get to Liz. But what is the affiliation with the gay guys and the other stuff?
Did
So
did he talk
when
on the phone? Oop,
no, go ahead.
Did okay? Did he talk on the phone a lot at your house to
He did.
a bunch of different?
Yes, he to the young lady. Yes, he did talk on the phone to her a lot, and I that's where me and him got in. I let him have it because I was like, listen, like you got to be doing what you supposed to do. And then I was like, I sat him down and I specifically verbatimly told him like, listen, it is not fair that you stand with this woman, now you stand here, and then why is it one you if a woman is a writer for you, how come she can't help support you? How come she can't help you get on your feet if that's who you want to be with? So I specifically told him that, and he got mad at me, and he was like, well, she don't have nothing to do with it. I said, well, me or the other girl you were staying with don't have anything to do with you not having a place to go either. So why
Right.
that we're held to a standard to take care of you, but she's not held to
Paying her.
yeah.
Because that's what people in cults, that's what they depend on. They depend on everybody else.
Well, what I don't understand is if his final destination was Liz, which we all know this from the beginning that I set it out, why Liz was not helping him.
No, he didn't follow me. That doesn't even make sense. Why would he iron on the couch behind me? That don't even make sense when I have a whole ironing board in my
Lord.
house.
Right. Like who irons their clothes on a damn couch?
This shit something else. I'm trying
And
to
what
figure this. Lord, I wish Brianna had her only thing I can do to talk to Brianna is put Brianna, log on back on my other thing and call Brianna.
So this one thing I do want to ask you, Fezah. I know the last time we had spoke with you, you were upset about a few things, and it was some things that I guess you didn't want to express, at the time. Did that change, or you still like feel to keep that confidential?
No, ma'am. I basically had spoke to Miss Devine about the uh situation, like the rituals and things,
Mhm.
because that was kind of the things like I didn't want to talk about because it was just too much, like processing everything.
Mhm.
But yeah, he basically, like when I spoke to Divine, I told her like about the rituals that he was telling me like that they do there, the
Mhm.
humiliation rituals that they all have to go through, like for people who don't have money, like if you come in there with no money, like well, it's just like an initiation. Everyone has to go through the humiliation ritual, and how he was telling me that, like if you like Aya is an overseer, and like every certain people there have different ranking. Like Solar is like one of the highest ranking, and the light skinned guy
Mhm.
is also like high ranking. So out of all the men. So and he said like when if he had to do something, get something done, or they needed him to do something, they would tell him what he needed to do.
Okay, so you said humiliation as far as of what? Did he explain what that was?
Yeah. He said like one time, like and he was saying like it was other times, but like Solar told him to go to the closet to get something out of the closet.
Mhm.
And when he got there, he said that it wasn't in the closet. And so when he went back to Solar and asked him, like he didn't see it, he said that Solar started like breaking him down, calling him like bitches and hoes, and like going off on him and saying like you stupid, you a dummy, like you a retard, you didn't look in the right spot, like it's in there, you didn't look. And he was like, I went back twice and it was not in there. I looked 3 4 times and it wasn't in there. And he was like, each time he was like yelling in my face, calling me like stupid and dumb and cussing me out, saying that it was there. And he was like, that right there, like I knew, like he was taking me through a humiliation ritual, like because it was not there and he knew it wasn't there. So that's like an example.
Okay, so what was it, a specific thing that he did or said to you that that like caused you to feel some type of like sympathy for him? Because I know you kind of like you were crying that night, and I just wanted to know like what was it that struck you to make you cry, and what
Well,
hurt your
I'm like
feelings
a
about the
very
situation.
private person, so like
Mhm.
me being on social media like this, like I'm not used to that. I'm not used to people exploiting me for their own financial gain.
Right.
So like everybody asking me questions was a little overwhelming to me because I'm not really used to being like on social media like
Right.
that. And then due to like someone who's trying to be like their own cult leader, like, and I don't know, I just got overwhelmed. It was just me
Right.
being overwhelmed.
Okay. I was just trying to make sure that it was nothing that he had did to you or said to you, or you know that had maybe like rubbed off on you the wrong way, or if you felt like he kept, because certain people, they bring certain energies into your home and your household. And like, was it, did he do something to leave, like, you know what I'm saying, like some bad energy or something in your house
Right.
that make you
Yeah.
feel weird after he left?
I just think like when he jumped up in my face, um, after we came back from Walmart, and then I told him, he had to, like, he was in my face yelling at me you can't make me work, like I'm gonna do, like, it's other things I want to do, like, I'm just like, okay, so you're upset because I'm making you get a job at Walmart, you yelling at me in my face because I told you to get deodorant, because I told you to upgrade your toothbrush, so you want to leave because of that. Like, I've never heard of anything like that. That's weird. So it's just like when he jumped up in my face, because I'm a
Yes.
gun holder, I was like, okay, let me try to diffuse the situation. But if this little boy get out of control, like, you will get
You got the right.
so, but I just try to diffuse the situation with him, but he was just like yelling in my face, like, I want to go. Like, I don't want to work. Like, kept saying he don't want to work. I said, well, why did you go across the street to Walmart and say you wanted a job? Like, that's when I started seeing, like, he's trying to play me mentally. Like, when I tell him, work from home, he don't want to do it. Go get the job. Then he's just like, okay, my cover's blown. Let me just put it out there that I never really wanted to work from the get go. So, that kind of made me cry a little bit too, because I was just like, that kind of just upset me, like how he jumped up in my face. So I
Right,
was just
right.
like, I mean, he's little though. He's like 130 pounds. So, but it's just the fact, like, you would come into my house, a single woman, and it's like, he'll go live and he'll say stuff, but it's like, okay, well, what about me? What about the other young lady? How are we supposed to protect ourselves against you and we don't even know you? So it's just like, you can go live and say stuff, but I mean, we supposed to protect ourselves. We're single women. So I
Right.
mean, what are we supposed to do? Just let you just dog us out, or just what? Just be up in here with no rules while you just in here doing what you want? And it's just like, that's not cool. That's not okay.
So was that
Oh,
aggression like you were thinking in your head, like, is he going to hit me? Was it like that
Yeah.
type of yelling in your
Yeah.
face?
Yeah. It was like a yelling, like he probably was going to hit me, like strike me. Yes. It was
Oh
like,
wow.
and then I asked him, I said, well, where are you going? Like, because you're a black boy walking around here with, I don't know, like wick locks in your hair. You're in a predominantly white area where it's rich white people who own farms, who own lands, who own houses out here. There's no bus service out here. This is not an urban area. So by you just on walking around, they gonna think you a dope dealer, because black people don't just walk around out here. So I'm like, let me know where you're going to go. Once you calm down and find a place to go, and I can at least drive you there. So, and he didn't want to do that. He just kept yelling over that, and I'm just like, okay. So he didn't want me to help him because he wanted to go across the street to Walmart and go live so he can get more money, okay, by exploiting me, so he can get more money. Like, that was his whole plan all along. I just didn't know that that was his plan all along. But yeah.
Get your bags. Sorry about that.
So pretty much you just wanted to sit in your house and beg for donations all day?
Huh?
So pretty much he just wanted to sit in your house all day while you work and beg for donations?
And
Yeah.
yeah, and send them to Liz.
Yep.
I don't know if I missed this question. You might have answered it, but I would like to know, did he ever discuss Bree with you and explain, tell you what happened with them completely?
Yeah, he said all kind of stuff. Like, she was jealous. No, he didn't say she was jealous. He said that she had different men there. They were having parties. They were doing cocaine in there. They were getting high. He didn't know who they were. He thought that they were together.
Wait. He said this about who?
Brianna.
Brianna? Oh, hold on. Let me get Brianna on the phone.
yeah. And I also want to say too, didn't how long had you been watching them? Because we know they don't want to work. Like none of them want to work.
I I have not, like, watched them like that. Like, he is someone who, like, he was on Bigo, and I literally seen him on live and went in his live. He said that he only had like a certain amount of, like, time to stay where he was, and it was me and other older women. I think in his life he had like maybe only like 12 people in there, and we were just uplifting him and giving him words of encouragement. And we were just saying, like, write out everything that you want to do. Like, if you want to make plans to do this, like, write it down and make it plain. But it was another lady in there and was like, I don't know, you seem hesitant, young man. He didn't really respond back. I didn't know that he was programmed to not work or he played people out of money. I had no clue of that. It wasn't until like he hit me up in my inbox on Bigo and was like, excuse me, ma'am, like you were in my live. I just felt a connection to you. I don't have any place to go. I'm on the sidewalk in the dark in Chicago. And that's what led me to help. I had no clue he was programmed like that.
Yeah, this is the day that I was in there advertising to get him help. Is that the day that you?
Yeah. No, I don't think it was the same day. Might have been a different day. I'm not
No, no,
sure.
no. It was the same day. I
Oh,
remember.
was it? Okay.
Yeah, because I was in there telling people to help him out, send him beans and different
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
And I
yeah. I
asked
remember
him to
that.
post his cash app.
Yeah.
And I think you were in the lobby at that point. You
Yeah, I
were
think
in there
I was in the messages like down below.
right. And
Yeah.
I think you said something about you lived in the country.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I
know you
remember
said,
that day.
Well, I don't think I said I lived like in the country. I just inboxed that like when he asked me where I live. Yeah.
No, no, no. Somebody was in there
Oh, maybe it
speaking.
was somebody else.
well, I know you felt like he was gonna hit you that one time, but as he stayed with you, did you feel fear like when you was sleeping or moving around like he might do something stupid?
No, the only thing about him that disturbed me was like he didn't really sleep like that because he would always like when I talked to him because I asked him like you don't seem like you sleep like that, and he was telling me like no, we don't sleep at carbonation because often because we feel that um sleep is the cousin of death.
Well, he don't sleep because he got to sit in that tent out in the front and watch the house.
Right. What? Wow, that's a hell of a job.
He got to do what he got to do. He ain't had no money.
Right. And he also did say like when he went to carbonation homeless. So he tried to make it seem like Nature Boy, because he even said this when he was here, like people think it's Nature Boy fault with he was saying with his situation. He was like, I actually came to carbonation already homeless. Like I had already was homeless 2, 3 years in before he came to carbonation. He was like, Nature Boy just allowed me to stay there because of my situation. And he was like, a lot of people don't know that. So it's
He act like he owes everything that he get to Nature Boy because Nature Boy has helped him off the streets and took care of him for 3 years. So he
yeah,
feels like anything that he get, Nature Boy is entitled to half of it, spite of what we care about it. Period.
exactly.
You have a husband or a mate, right?
No, I'm divorced
Oh, okay. I
or
wanted to
yeah,
know that.
separated.
Okay. Did you let anyone know that he had jumped up in your face and all of that stuff?
Oh yeah, I let my niece know. I let my nephews know. I let my brothers. I mean, my brothers are like late 40s, you know. But yeah, I let them know, and they was just like, you know what to do. You know how Southern women are. You know how to shoot. I know how to shoot a gun. So, but um, I think more so my nephews wanted to more so come over, but he had already like was gone. So
Mm.
Oh, okay.
everything
So you live by
I
yourself?
um
want to ask you
everything
something.
happened very fast. So it was like very quick.
Did you see? Did you see any signs of this man being gay? Do he seem feminine?
Yeah, he seems very feminine. Oh yeah, Miss Divine. He seems very feminine and very like very like I could tell he's been around like men who don't have who take control over their emotions, because when he talks, he gets like almost to the point, like he may want to cry, or he may want to like punch something. Like this when he tell he's very feminine, like, and he likes to gossip and he likes to keep gossiping. And like, I grew up in a house with six brothers. I'm not used to that. Old school brothers. So I'm just like, what is wrong with this young man where he's just constantly like gossiping and giving out information, where he's just like, he won't stop. Like, just keep gossiping, keep going and going and going.
Yeah, well, he's full of shit.
And he act real feminine, like he act real feminine, like feminine in a way to where it was just like he didn't really want to. It's like he thinks he's a female, and like he thinks the women who help him are men. Like, cause he when he was in here one night, he said, oh, you masculine. Like, I was just talking to him and he bust down and said that. I was like, what does that mean? And then my niece is the one who educated me, like, auntie, that means like they say that a lot to the women, like carbonation, to like make them feel bad for being boisterous. They say that they're masculine. So, and I asked him, I said, well, I'm not masculine. What do you mean by that? He was like, well, you like to tell men what to do. I was like, well, young man, I don't really look at you like you're a man. And I guess he got mad at me over that, because
Mm.
I don't look at him like he's a
Yeah,
man.
because real men is not doing what he's doing.
Right.
So how can he consider himself a man with no job? You's a boy, punk.
Right.
Another
Right.
Uh,
question. Did
that
he ever
day,
have anything good to say about Nature Boy? And if so, what was it?
I can't hear you. Can you repeat that?
I apologize. I said, did he ever say anything good about Nature Boy? And if so, what was it?
Oh, he said like Nature Boy was like a father figure to him. Like, he's an OG. And then he got mad at me because I told him like like you're building your manhood in toxic masculinity. Like, you looking up to somebody who's toxic. Like that's you being corrupted by that alone. Like, and he was just like, yeah, like he done did so much for me that like I can't even. It's so much I can't even ever pay him back. So yeah, he did
Well,
say he's like a father figure to him.
the way he played his cards with Brianna was this here. 1 minute he would speak good about Nature Boy, and then the next minute he
Yeah.
would indirectly speak bad about him. Like it was something he's really upset with Nature Boy about, and he will not release it,
Mhm.
and then he'll speak good of him.
Yeah.
So whatever it is that Nature Boy has done to him, he haven't spoke with anybody about it. But in the midst of talking to him, you will know Nature Boy has did some shit to him, but he's not revealing it, whatever it is.
Well, I know when he was here, he revealed some of those things. And one of the biggest things, because he actually, when he was here, like, because I got on him about like cleaning up, and if you sit down somewhere, you need to fix the couch back. Like, you need to get all these bags, ordering all these bags and cups around you when you sleep, because I don't do roaches. So I would tell him like, you need to clean up in your area. And then he was mad at me. Like, he wouldn't speak to me for like maybe a few hours. Like, he wouldn't speak to me, and then he'll bust out and be like, I don't know why I'm tripping. Like, I'm really mad at you because you remind me like of Nature Boy in a way. And I'm like, he's like, well, that was why I left. I said, well, why did you leave? And this is mind blowing what he said to me. He was like, well, partially it's because like we have structure there. Like, everything, he basically told me like everything that I told him to do here, like cleaning up, and if he used a cup, he needs to wash it out, dry it, and put it up. He said that that's the very things that he would get in trouble for when he was at carbonation. They would always say he was unclean. He was he wouldn't clean up fixed areas, like couches. Like, if he want a couch, he would just leave it messed up. He would make them cook like food and then say he don't like it. but it was just subjective. He was like, I would just like things subjectively, but then when they cook it a certain way, I would actually eat it. But I would say I want to eat it. And he was telling me like Solar would make him eat stuff. Like no, it's not that you don't like it. You just don't like it subjectively. You're not allergic. Why would you want that? So I think that partially too is why he has a problem with Nature Boy, because he actually told me when he was here, it's because they would make him like be structural. Like he had to get up every morning and do stuff, and he said like he didn't want to do it. So I asked him like, well, why would you bring that into other women's houses if you know that you're nasty like that? If you know that you're not a structural person, like why would you do that? And he was
Right.
like, it's me being defiant. Like I'm like that. Like I'm defiant like that. So
So after that day that he got in your face like he did, how were things the next day?
he left that same day.
Oh, after he got in your face, he left then.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, good.
He walked around my neighborhood, and everyone's looking at him crazy, like, which embarrassed me because I have to live around here. I specifically told him not to do that. Even when he came
Right.
in, I specifically told him, do not walk around the buildings. Don't walk around here. And I'm telling you that because you're a black man in a white area. So, but he did not want to use precaution. He wanted to do what he wanted to do. So,
Did he ever speak of his plans for the future? And if he did, do you see any of that as being a lie right now? He's not doing it or trying to do it?
oh yeah, nothing, like everything he said that he was gonna do, he didn't even come close to doing it. He said that he was needed to get a job. He said he wanted to give his daughter some money, and that's it. Like he don't have no big goals. Like he didn't really have big goals. He said he wanted to go into making beats and music, and I mean that's it. Like he didn't do any of it basically.
So did he ever mention what was his plans with Liz?
um No, oh yeah. Actually, when I sat him down the first time, when I was like, okay, things is getting out of control, like you're literally talking to this girl all day, you're not doing what you supposed to do. And he got mad at me because I told him on Bigo, he was on Bigo, and I told him, I said, well, you need to stop sending her beans like that. Like he's like, well, that's what I do. I like to help people. I'm like, but you don't have money to just be giving it out. Like, he was like, oh, I be cash apping her sometimes. So I said, well, you shouldn't do that because you have to get yourself together before you help someone else. And he got mad at me about that. So, um, I sat him down and I told him, like, you need to get yourself together, and I said, have you ever considered this, young man? Maybe you need to talk to this young girl and see if y'all can get a place together. Like, if you like her like that, instead of you just going living with different women and terrorizing a house and moving from place, why don't you just live together? And then he bust out and told me like she's not obligated to do that because me being in the situation is not my problem. And I told him it's not my problem either. And he got upset about that. So it's like that's when I started realizing like this is gonna be time for him to go. Because if you're not gonna put pressure on a female who you supposedly like to take you in, then like I don't know what is. Because it's just like if she like you like that, she needs to be putting in the work. So, and he did not want her to put in the work. So it was just, you know, strange. She said, I did text her. I did text her and tell her what you said. Well, he didn't say, he told her what I said. He said, I kind of texted her and said it like, and she said, I feel like I can do more. And that was it. And I'm just like, Like I just didn't like that, you know, because I just felt like if you can put pressure on women who you don't know, how come you can't put pressure on her and you like her like that? Like how come she live with her parents? How come they can't open up their house to help you? Like, or how come she can't go get a job? Like that girl is of age. She should have been working, been had a job, like been helping herself. Like how come she can't help you if y'all been talking this long? It just didn't make sense to me.
Because they both dry bed. That's what it is.
Right.
Mm-mm.
And
Yeah,
that's
when
the
I.
same thing that Brianna told him. He's in
Mm,
her house making all these plans, but you're not doing anything. You don't want to go to the job interview. You don't want to work. You don't want to do shit because his intentions was never to work. He was just panhandling and scamming to get a certain amount of money to send to Liz. And now you see where he's at. Because where Liz was at, he couldn't go there because she was at one of her parents' house.
Right.
right. So, did he ever mention to you where Liz was?
Liz is in Mississippi.
Oh, okay. Mm.
Has he tried to
Yeah,
contact you since he left?
no, he hasn't contacted me. My niece goes in his live sometime and she was telling me that he was like, "Oh, you over there believing what Divine and World say and you could have just contacted me." Like, first of all, I don't who are you ordering around, first of all? Like he speaks as if like a woman supposed to come to him like he has some kind of authority. Like, no, actually, I don't need to contact anybody because you said what you said and it's on video.
Mm-hmm.
So, um but that's really like about it. As far as when he was in here, he would say stuff like, I don't want to take orders from a woman. That's part of my problem. I don't like to take orders from a woman. So when I hear my niece tell me he goes live and he says stuff like, oh, I was in here, like, no, tell the people you don't want to take orders from women because you're sexist and you're misogynist towards women. Like, tell the people the truth. But of course he's not gonna do that. But it's just like it is what it is. He feel like he should take orders from me. And even when I was looking for like work from home jobs for him, something told me like go find all men. And that's when he told me when he was here, he was like, it's funny you did that because like I have a problem like taking orders from women. And I was just like, he was like, I just don't believe women supposed to tell men what to do or men are like he actually said that to me verbatimly. Like women don't supposed to help men. Men supposed to help other men. I said, well, why did you come live in here then if you know that? I was just like, this little boy is weird. He's really crazy in the head. So
Mm. Coming in my life. Stop coming in my life. Okay. Like, stop saying that
So,
stupid
Nikki,
ass.
do you have an idea?
Um,
Nature boy was in here. He
I'm
saw the
just trying
chicken.
to see if it's Frazier or Kitty. But I know Kitty just
Dusty
came
was in
around.
here?
Yeah, he came in here.
Well,
Oh, okay.
okay. The reason why I said that is because someone's telling me in the lobby, and they said more than once that Frazier used to be on Nature Boy's panel. So is this somebody he established a relationship with some while ago? Because from my understanding, Mother Kitty just came along. So what's up with him and Frazier? And who was he on this live doing these jerk offs with?
So, Kite, can you answer that? Who
So
was you
you
being a
sure
bossy
about
boy
that,
with?
natural? You being there on Nature Boy's panel too as well, and sending him gifts. So maybe yeah, you can answer. So you say Frazier been on Nature Boy's panel for a while, cause you be there too, and you also a supporter of Nature Boy. No, you yeah, you be in his lives. No, 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 no. You have sent him gifts. I've seen you.
Girl.
No, this shit. Hold on. Let me get to the bottom of this shit.
Wait a minute, is this the natural that
No, that's naturalistic. She bees in
oh,
Nature Boys panel.
If it's not too personal, can I ask you if you know how much you probably spent on Kite trying to help him out?
Oh Lord, yeah. It definitely, you know how it is, ladies, when the end of the month comes around, everyone gets a little tight. So it was probably close to about 500 $500. That was like food. It was mostly food. Like he ate, like when it came to food, I like had to prepare food, and like mostly like soaps and things like that. He didn't have like a towel. He didn't have like a toothbrush. He didn't have like, so it's like we constantly were in Walmart like buying a sheet set so he can have a sheet set. Then he needed a um like he said his back hurt when he was here, so he needed like that to sleep on. Like his first he said it was strange. First he said I'll sleep on the couch. Then he said no, I'll sleep on the floor. Slept on the floor and he said no, my back hurts. And I said well, sleep on the couch then. And then he's like well, I would sleep on the floor, but I needed to be double. So it's like then I had to go and get like an extra blanket. Like, and buying a blanket when it's hot out is hard. So it's just like, oh my God. Like, and then gas, like I live out in the country. So it's like when you're going to these stores, like when I'm going to the grocery store, I have to drive in town. So I live like over 10 miles from town. And then he wanted to go buy a cell phone. So it's like he had the money for that. I had to take him to go buy a cell phone like way in town. And it was just like, it was just a lot.
That is a
And so,
shame.
so how much you said of the monies you spent on him that he gave back?
He didn't give any money back.
Wow.
I didn't get anything back from him, like at all. And I know my niece was saying like he went live and said, um, I said that he could stay here and just go on Bigo. Like, what are you talking? Are you serious? So why would I tell you that you can stay in my house and just go on Bigo and make money when I specifically set you down and told you that you needed to have other income because Bigo is not a reliable source. You're supposed to have 5 streams of income. Um, like at your age, you should have 3 different streams of income. So it's like I told him that. So it's like, no, I never said that. You never came here up under that agreement. It was always the agreement of you getting yourself together.
Yes, as well as it was with other people. And for some reason, everyone has the same story. And Kite has a different story about all these women that helped him. And it all boils down to the fact he just wanted to be a user, sit there, get cash apps and panhandle and scam on Bigo,
Mhm.
opposed to working. When you mention work, he gets upset. He
Yep.
gets belligerent. He wants to argue and he leaves.
Yep. I even offered to take him to look at some apartments, like low income, like because he said he didn't like have no money like that. So I was like, I can take you like closer in town so you can like maybe get applications or but it's like he had this thing where it's like you trying to live like me, but you in order for you to live like this, I have an inheritance from my family that's been passed down. That's why we own farms. That's why we own land. Like you're not there yet. Like you gonna have to go back. I'm sorry, like low income, and you got to work your way up, and you got to work. Like it's like he wants to live off of the richness of what other people have, but he don't want to put in the work. Like young man, that's not you're not there yet. Like you can't want to be in a Ferrari house when you don't have a Ferrari house money. Like you just can't do that. So it's like he want to live good, but he don't want to work for it. Like I didn't just no one who works for anything in life didn't just get there because they gave it. They worked hard. Like you have to work hard to get to a certain leverage in life. We all do.
Did he burn the bridge for you helping anyone else out, or are you still willing to help people if they need help?
No. Me and Miss Divine actually talked about that. I probably will not be helping. No.
That's
No, I
so
will not be
sad.
helping. No,
That's
ma'am.
so sad. Mm.
So with the cash apps that he got while he was at your house, he didn't even offer to use them to like buy something to eat for either you or
He
him.
brought me something to eat when he first got when I first picked him up from the airport. We went to like a smoothie place, and he did buy me a smoothie, but that was it. He brought me
I'm
a
sorry.
smoothie. And, yeah, he brought me a smoothie, and
But he
and
was letting you know these cash apps was coming in.
yeah, he let me know they were coming in. And then when we went to Waffle House, he had got something from like Waffle House, some stuff from Waffle House, and like he was like, "Well, I'll just pay for my own meal, and I pay for my own meal of what I got. He paid for his own, and I paid for mine." And
So
he
what was the
actually,
big
when he went to Waffle House, he ate like sausage and eggs, and I was shocked because he told me on the phone like he don't eat stuff like that.
so
So I
what
was
was the big fuss
shocked.
about the pair of socks?
What
He said
socks?
something about you wanting him to buy some socks.
No, I actually have actually his clothes, and I had to throw them away because they smelt so bad because he left his clothes and stuff in here. But I
Mm.
actually gave him socks when he was here because he had no socks to wear. And I had like a whole bunch of ankle socks in here that I never wore that were brand new. And I offered him the socks. Now I know what you're saying because my niece did tell me that he said that um
Yeah, he was in the live saying some shit
I
about you got upset because he went and
no.
got you some socks in Walmart.
He actually got upset because I made him work, and I actually when we went to the Walmart, see that situation was about I actually knew the manager in Walmart, and he did not like that. Wow, she has that kind of connection. She can get me work the same day. That's why he was upset at me because he was like, she actually making me get on it the same day. Like, no, you can start working literally in the next few days. So he
So
was
what is the deal with the socks?
there. That was the situation. He lied about that. I didn't ask him to buy me no socks. I have money. I don't need him to buy me no socks. I mean, if I bought you stuff in Walmart and got you all these things, why would I need for you to buy me some socks, honey? Like
Kite need to
that.
cut that
that
shit out. He said you got upset in Walmart because you had put some socks or some shit on some bullshit with some socks.
I didn't buy anything in Walmart. I told him when he was in there, he needed to buy. Literally, I told him to his face, you need to buy deodorant because you smell. And I told him he needed to buy a better toothbrush because it's not that little. He had like a raggedy toothbrush. And when I tell you the
Yeah,
the
you.
brush
I
on
know
it
what
was
you're talking about.
it was
Brianna told me it only had like 4 strands of bristles.
yeah, and it was breaking up real bad. And I told him and he got heated at me in Walmart when he came out of the interview and he went on the aisle to go get what he needed. He got mad at me when I said that, and then that's when he was like, I was like, I'll be over here and waiting for you to cash out. And he just walked up to me like, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm ready to go. I don't want to do this no more. Like, but he had an attitude the whole time. Like, even when he
So
came
you
out
know
from the
he got a
interview.
mental issue.
Yeah, even when he came out from the interview, he seen me like sitting there waiting on him to come out, and he just kept walking straight,
Well,
like
you
he didn't
better
see.
hope he wasn't in there on your couch jacking off to that gay guy, getting them
Wow.
cash apps.
I hope not.
So how long did it take you to realize that he was trying to use you?
Um, I mean, I knew because he like, I mean, he came from a cult. His situation, I knew he didn't have like no money like that. At least I thought he didn't have any money like that. But I didn't really. I more so looked at it like he was like scheming. Like I more so looked at it like he
Yeah,
didn't want.
that's what he was doing.
Yeah, not really like using me, but like he didn't want to help himself. Like that situation in Walmart had everything to do with because I was calling him out on his odors, on his smell, on him taking care of his body. And that's why he walked up to me at the cashier checkout and was like, I'm ready to leave because he was very upset with me because I made him do the interview the same day. And I made him get deodorant and try to upgrade to a new toothbrush, which he left out and still didn't get the toothbrush and end up putting the deodorant back. So
So,
there was no and the lady, I can go talk to the lady because the lady who was at Walmart who interviewed actually walked right behind him out the store. So there were no socks in my hand. I wouldn't need to buy. I can show y'all, I can screenshot y'all pictures of all 80 pair of the socks that I have that I gave to him. So why would I need to get one pair of socks from you? It don't even
so,
make sense.
It's
so
very
when he was
believable because
sitting,
they stank.
so he,
They got kicked off a plane because they stank.
so,
So
This is not unbelievable, folks. Stank.
if you could
Okay.
talk to that lady, can
so
we?
when he was sitting there all excited about these cash outs, what, what was you saying to this fool when he was getting them?
I said, well, won't you? I said, you getting money like that? Like, he was
Yeah,
like, no,
cause
no.
he was getting them, baby. He was raking them in.
He said, no, it's not money like that. Like, it's just like here and there. Like,
He a
that's
damn lie.
that's
He's
basically
a
what he
lie.
told me. Like, he kept telling me he don't have money, and I'm just like, okay.
Spaghetti Patty, you is nobody's type here. Don't nobody want you.
Fee,
But
Why do you come in here bothering people? Shut
this
up.
is China
now,
Fee. If you could talk to that lady, could we listen in?
You talking about the
talking.
lady at
The
Walmart?
lady at Walmart.
I mean, I don't think that she'll like talk to you guys like that, but I don't know.
Mm.
I'm getting Brianna up on this piece. Cause Brianna ain't gonna hold nothing back with about his little stinking weenie, all that shit with that fungus on the side, everything. We getting into it.
But I mean, there was a lady, check your cash out who was there as well and who seen him and she was like, why is he like aggressive like that? I was like, because I just made him go interview for a job. And she was like, these young folks today. Now I can probably try to get her to like I can probably try to get her to talk to like Miss Divine or something.
Yeah, we
Um
gonna wake it up. Don't
if
worry
she's
about it.
in the Walmart, but I don't know like what days that lady worked. That was
Hold
just
on. I gotta figure out how to get Brianna. Let me see something. Get Brianna on here to tell about this shit. I
Just whenever you get a chance, if you run into her and you can get in touch with Divine or something, you know.
yeah,
yeah.
his stinking dick ass. Now, I don't know where he get the impression that you tried to seduce him.
No, like I never came close to him in that way. I never touched him in that way. Now my niece could witness to that. She was on Facebook Live when I sat him down and I told him, I'm not interested in you, young man. I do not want you. I do not like you in that way. You are here for two reasons: to get a job and to get on your.
So when you say this shit was stinking, like was it kind of like fumigating your home and messing up your airways in the house?
Yeah, when he first came, like when he got in my car from the airport, like it kind of smelled, but I wasn't sure. And then when he came in the house, like he smelled, I kept sneezing, but it was pollen season. Like pollen was very high the actual day that he came for like the whole week. So he kept sneezing. He actually told me he was sneezing like that before he got here. Like he was sneezing real bad in Brianna's house. And um so when he got here, I said, well, you need to take a shower, and when he took a shower, it was like only a 5-minute shower. Like he
Yeah,
got in and
that's what
got real.
Brianna said. Brianna said it seems like maybe he went in the bathroom, cut the water on, and walked back out.
Yeah, and I was like, did he even take a shower? And his hair was not wet. And I said, well, did you wet your hair? And he was like, I don't wet my hair. And I was just like, well, when you wet your hair, it reduces the germs and the smells in your hair. Like you should wet your hair. So
Oh Lord, I know he got fun. I know he stink.
yeah, and then like when he brushed his teeth real fast, and then like
That's why he ain't got no bristles on there before.
yep, and then his teeth was real yellow, like real yellow. Like I sent you that picture, Miss Divine.
I got it. I got it. I'm sending everything the world. I got everything you
I
sent
was
me.
like, I don't like what the heck? Like he looked like he been homeless for like centuries or something. So it was just strange, but
Did he have on some Jordans when he got to you?
no, he had on some Walmart shoes that he actually got from donations that he got in Walmart. I believe he came with those shoes. He came with some
Huh?
shoes on.
They wait a
They
minute.
were
So you telling
gray. They
me?
were yeah. I actually have a picture.
Yeah, send that picture to me because
Yeah,
I've
they were
never seen
gray.
no Walmart
Yeah,
shoes.
because my niece told me that one of his contributors offered to buy him
Oh
some.
yeah, I need to see. Send that picture to me.
Yeah, so they brought him some shoes, but yeah, he
Oh, I
didn't
bet
when
they
he
stink.
Walmart shoes.
Caesar, if he would have got the job and went to work, how long were you willing to let him stay?
Oh, I was gonna let him just like maybe save up. Well, I was gonna maybe let him stay for maybe a month because he could have eased all he needed was to have income to just on paper so he can get his own place. So I was gonna try to get him into like a place like literally within maybe a week of him working. But maybe a month I would say.
So with that month, you if he would have needed, you know, extra funds, you know, if he would have saved enough but he needed something extra, would
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I
would have
would have
helped
let
out
him
with the rest of
yeah.
that amount?
Yeah, because I never put him out.
Mm.
Like he left on his own because he wanted to go use me to exploit me so he can get more
Yeah,
money.
when the jobs
So
come up, he leave.
yeah. So
That's crazy.
Mention job, he get his book bag and he gone.
and he had told me like his mom because I asked him like, where's your mom at, young man? Like, where's your mom? Like, do you have a mom? Like, where's your sisters? Like, where's your brothers? And he said his like his mom
Can you
died.
hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you. Okay, now I can hear.
Oh,
Okay,
he
put
said
somebody else in the room, yeah.
he said he wasn't gonna lie, and he told me like the reason why his mom like put him out is because like he would call her like B's and H's and cussing her out and stuff, and that's why she
Now
put
he's
him.
lying. That's old stuff.
Yeah,
That
Mm.
he
is old stuff. He had no intentions on having any dealings with his mother. His main focus was going to Liz so he can go to Crown Melanin. He wanted to be the chief, and she the chiefess. Both of them dirty, nasty, ain't got nothing to stink and no deodorant. I don't know what they gonna do.
Mm.
yeah no, I think he was saying that because like I asked him why he couldn't go home to like stay with his mom, and he was saying his
He ain't
mom.
allowed.
Yeah, he said he ain't allowed. Like his mom lives with a man. Like so, basically, if she live with a man and she ain't got herself together, you don't
No,
either.
no,
Like
no,
you
no.
just
He now that he's lying
that's what he
about.
said. I don't know.
He's lying about all of that. He's making things up.
And then he said,
He know what he was doing before he went abusing, whatever them drugs was that he was.
like,
Listen, Kite know what he did.
and he said his like baby mom said like he can no longer live with her because like he basically don't want to work. Like that's what he told me too. Like Like she
First
told
of
him.
all, that's not his baby's mother. A blood test was established.
Oh wow, there's all kind of stuff going on with this boy.
Look,
Yeah,
and you
so
know
he
when your
has no
mama
children.
don't want you
Huh? Oh, somebody.
She showed the paperwork, the blood, to show him that that was not his child. So why is he still discussing another man's child?
I don't know.
I don't get that.
But
He's
I
a
know
liar.
my niece said she was in his live today, and the girl Elizabeth slipped and said that they have an apartment. I'm just like, wow. Like
This
I.
is what is going. Listen, I
can you
already
hear me
told
now?
y'all that he was getting up cash apps, sending all the money to her. She was to get the apartment, and then he was to go there. He
Mhm.
couldn't go there until she got the apartment because she was living with her parents. So yes, that was the mission, to get up enough cash apps to get an apartment. All that Nature Boy didn't get, she got.
Right.
So I don't know why everyone acting like they confused or it's a secret. I've already spoke about this.
Mhm.
I think I was on mute too long. I don't think y'all could hear me.
Yeah, I
Um,
can hear you now.
okay. What I was saying was, you know, when your mama don't want you to stay with you, then you know there's a problem. That kid is disrespectful. Like, 'cause we
Yeah.
take a lot from our kids. I have took a lot, and there's a time I had to put my daughter out. I blocked her on social media. I blocked her on everything. Like when that stomach start touching that back door, Mama, I'm sorry, but when your parents don't want you to stay with them, there's a sign right there. There's a first sign right there.
That's
Cause I
right.
do anything for mine, and I'm pretty sure all these mothers on this panel would too. But when your mother don't want you to stay there, there's a problem.
Right.
And I want people to know this. He wasn't getting no small donations. He was raking in some nice money that he was sending to Liz. That's why when people asked him to prove it and show who he sent money to, he wouldn't show the whole list. He only showed what he sent to Brianna to try to confuse people and continue his scamming to try to make it seem as if though he wasn't scamming. And the only reason he sent Brianna 100 of her $900 back, 100 of her $900 back, is because I was on his ass in the live telling him, like, you sent Nature Boy $1,000. You know, you were supposed to go to work and pay this girl money back that you used that was for a particular reason. And you put this girl in a situation. So he sent her $100. She didn't complain. She thanked him, and everything else from that point went to Liz. And no, it was not no small donations.
Mm.
What he don't know is majority of the people that was sending him donations, I had knew and was speaking to them. And I decided to break ties with them because y'all are still supporting this shit after you see him using and scamming women.
And is it Mrs. Meat, I believe? Um, yeah, what you just said
Yeah.
actually, like I actually sat down and talked to him about that because when you were talking about like you had to sever ties with your own daughter, like I told him like, you shouldn't disrespect women like that. Like you seem like you just like you he was like, I know like I do disrespect women a lot and I told him like that's your mother. Like I told him that like you get one mom. Like you need to apologize to your family and go make it right with them.
And that's
And
exactly what she did. She apologized when she got hungry and realized wasn't nobody out there really gonna help her.
mhm.
Mama, I'm so sorry. And ain't disrespected me since. But at that time, she was living from pillar to post. Of course, I worried and I cried. But one thing I did not do is I did not fold. That's because she really, really disrespected me. So for you to for your mama not to want you in her house, you have to really, really disrespect her. And y'all got to also remember this. Nature Boy teaches them that your parents ain't shit.
Mhm.
Okay?
Right.
He instills this in their head. He
And
like
not
your
only
parents
your
ain't shit.
mother, yep,
Yeah,
it's exactly, Miss Meat. Not only your mother, not to have respect for any woman.
that's
Period.
right. That's right. And y'all got to remember the Mariah Lynn. Now remember, she wasn't with him that long. People keep saying she wasn't with him that long, but she was listening to him for a long time. Hearing this shit like your parents ain't shit, your parents did this to you and did that to you. Look what she did to her mom. So that's why it worries me. And I'm glad, like you said on the first live that I spoke with you, Feza, that you
Mhm.
have God by you. I'm just glad you made it out of this. And that he didn't do nothing drastic to you because he did keep getting mad at you. And you were willing to help a stranger, something I would never do. So I give you big ups for that. But you got to remember these carbonation people, y'all. Stop taking these carbonation people in. They are no good. They mean you no good. They don't want to work. They don't want to do shit but listen to what the fuck Dusty has to say.
So true.
That's all they want to do. They
Yes,
want to follow him. They want to prove to him like I can do this and I can be disrespectful to a woman and I can do this. This is what they're all about, and they're all about using people, getting your money, giving it to somebody else. That's not no different than what Nature Boy has done. Y'all forget he used to fly bitches out to him. Okay, he used to fly them. He buy their plane ticket. He take your money and fly them out to him.
that's a shame.
That's what he used to do. Ask Umi. Umi said, I ain't spend $1. He flew
Caesar,
her out just to screw her. And she wanted to screw him too. Let's be real. She said the same thing. She wanted to screw him. So all of them who still follow him, the ones who don't follow him, you would never hear from them again. There's certain people you have never heard from again. And we wonder, are they still alive? Because you never heard from them again.
Exactly.
Caesar, it was anything that you would tell someone that wanted to help any of them that leave from over there, what would it be?
I would say do your research. Like how Mr. Vine was telling me we were talking, like do your research. Like I wouldn't recommend like nobody help them. Like don't do it at all. Like don't do it. Even if they're crying out, it's a cry for help, like don't do it. Like if they can't reach out to their own family, then it's out, you can't help them. Like I
Exactly.
want you to know.
If your family tell you to kiss their ass, the whole world should tell you to kiss their ass. Period.
Yeah.
That's right, Nikki. That's right, Nikki. And one thing the world has always said, one thing we did a few years back, we tried to help a couple of people. He asked for cash out for these people, Umi being one of them. But after that, when we realized who they was giving the money to, man, all this stuff is a scam. That's all
Yes,
they
it is.
do. They learn how to scam people, and I feel sorry for the women that they scam because my bank account is set up like that. I'm not gonna give your ass $1. I'm just not gonna do it. I donate to World. I donate to Time. I donate to people who really trying to make a change. I
Exactly.
donate to Miss Nikki because Miss be on it. Like the she don't like we don't know what's going on with Kite all the time, but she's staying on top of all this stuff. You see what I'm saying? That's who y'all donate to. Stop donating to them. They are getting
Exactly.
donations from the carbonation lovers and family. That's where they getting their money from. And I guarantee you, Feza, that he had more money than you thought he had while he was in your house. I can guarantee
Yeah,
you
and
that.
he did. That motherfucker. Let me tell you something, Miss Me. Brianna was telling me the type of money this dude was getting on the Cash App. This was part of the falling outs. When he got the 18 that night, he left. He left this girl in a situation where he know he had spent $900 her paycheck. Well, I wouldn't say her whole pay, but the money was there. And he got the cash apps. That I was there as well helping, not knowing he was doing these things, getting people to help him because I'm really thinking he was authentic about it. But when Brianna down to me, I was fucking pissed. Do you hear me? I don't go throwing my name involved in some shit. Nigga, you disrespected me, having me thinking that you was in a certain predicament. He lied about so much. He said he got jumped on, his nose was broke. Come to find out this bitch nose wasn't broke. The second lie was he told so many lies, put it like that, of why he left carbonation. His lies was changing as the women was helping him. He never wanted to work. He was a user and he got that money and he told that girl he was going to replace her important parts of the money and he didn't. He left. He sent Nature Boy $1,000 and he sent the rest to Liz and he sent that girl only $100 and the cash apps was still rolling in. They was rolling in every time he set his live. And this piece of shit was sending them all to Liz to get an apartment.
And from the looks of it, yeah, one.
Yeah, they have
Yep,
their
that's what
apartment.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Nikki. See, she said we've been and Nikki, I so hate you got caught up into that and you didn't know
Oh no,
World
I'm
and the
gonna
Beam
handle his
Team
ass.
back then. But we been stopped that shit a couple of years ago because we been knew what they was doing with the fucking money. They would send it to him. Like everybody who act like okay, so let me tell y'all this for the new people. If someone leaves carbonation and y'all still see them online, they're still carbonation. If you
Right.
don't hear about them no more, you be like, where the fuck they at? They not carbonation no more.
Mm-hmm.
But if you still hear from them, they are definitely
Carbonation.
sending all your money to him. Okay? They're definitely
Right.
doing this. This is for the new people who don't know. I know Nikki figured this shit out. That's why she stay on their top. Lord, she be on their neck, on
Yes,
their
I
head,
did,
on
Miss
their
Me.
back, on their ankles.
Now
She
I
be
need
on
y'all to check
everything.
this new shit out. Um, Velvet's so-called quote supposed to be back in Babylon. Why you go back to Babylon? Cause Nature Boy went. That bitch, she talks to Nature Boy too. Don't get it twisted.
Oh, Miss Meat already
We are,
said.
you know, I already look, Nikki, that's not nothing new. Look, she has never
Yeah,
she runs carbonation and I
yes
wouldn't
she
be
do.
surprised if that baby come out looking like baby Ellie, but a boy or a girl. Look, they have never stopped talking to each other, okay? And why you
Exactly.
wouldn't he was in New Orleans. So you want to go all the way to Puerto Rico and get a restraining order, but when he was in New Orleans for 3 weeks, you didn't want to
You
get
didn't
one?
get one.
Girl, bye. Girl,
Now wait. Now
bye.
you back in Babylon, and the restraining order doesn't even matter anymore.
That's the way they set it up. Like we're stupid.
Right. Now he's in Babylon and she's in Babylon. Like
Hmm.
what the fuck is really going on? Then it was supposed to have been a fake scenery relationship with her and Dylan. Like, girl, you doing too much. Then today you finally admit you're 13 to 14 weeks pregnant. Girl, stop lying. This lie been out a long time ago, way before 13 to 14 weeks. Stop playing with people.
So, Nikki, when it comes to Velvet and her pregnancy,
Okay.
is it a possibility that Shaka is the father of this child?
Okay, now let me explain to you about the situation with Shaka. When I first learned that Velvet was pregnant, it came from Shaka and Azine. She confirmed to them that she was pregnant. Now, that was supposed to have been the second part of the Waking Up on Nature Boy. But we never got to that part because I guess Velvet went and apologized to them and talked to them
Mm-hmm.
because they just all of a sudden wasn't mad at Velvet no more for some
Mm-hmm.
apparent reason. But the Wake Up initially was about things Velvet saying about Shaka and Azine and things that Nature Boy was saying. Now, the next day, I told Shaka, we gonna wake it up again. He said, well, when this time when I wake it up, people gonna be shocked because she was pregnant. Now, I'm not giving that to Shaka, but I'm gonna say this here. When Azine was asleep, she woke up to Velvet and Velvet and Shaka completely nude on the floor making out. Shaka say did nothing go on. She
Don't
said,
say making out, Miss Nikki. Say fucking, because that's
yeah,
what they
but
was
no, I'm
doing.
just trying not to get her.
They
No,
was
because
fucking.
this on Bigo. You can't say but certain stuff.
You can't say fucking.
Well, the cuss words are limited on here. I don't want to get her popped. So anyway, they was doing what they was doing on the floor, sis. Now, we never got a chance to wake that part up because somebody else as well jumped in the way and told Shaka not to do it. But I believe Velvet got wind of some things and went and talked to them because her and Azim is very close and they still talk to this day.
Mm.
But that's where I learned about the pregnancy. So let's go back to those months. Let's count the months back.
Okay,
Um,
when was this?
if we go back then, it wouldn't be no 13 or 14 weeks. So I'm saying maybe it was two pregnancies.
No, when was she around Shock and Nazine? What month was this?
This stuff happened in the winter.
Mama Wanda said she was pregnant, y'all, and it ain't been
Well,
too pregnant. Nikki,
Around what time
she's
though?
yeah, but
okay, I would have
Was it
to
January or
let me
February?
let me think. Let me think how long ago it was when we did the interview with Nature Boy. Well, not interview, to waking it up on his ass is what
Mm-hmm.
we wanted. It was me shot. Can do anybody remember what month that was?
Because I want to say it was around January or February.
Okay, I would say January. Now, 6 months, 6 to 7 months of pregnancy. I don't care how small she carry. Everyone would know that she's fully, completely pregnant. And I do want to say this: it was an abortion took place, from what I know, and particular parties helped pay for that shit. Because I remember when some money had plopped it. Like I said, it's two pregnancies, that one and then this one.
See, she doing November. That's what she say. She said she
Hey,
doing
Nikki, I can believe you on that
right
because for her to be doing November, she had to get pregnant in
in
February.
February.
So if
Yeah,
she had a abortion in January, that was Dusty baby that she aborted. Okay, because
yeah.
she was with him a couple of months before that. So
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Nikki, I'm with you on that. So
right.
she might have did have an abortion, but then in February she got pregnant again.
Yeah, because she was doing a lot of fucking because she left the baby with Shaka and went with another guy.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing a lot of fucking. Now, y'all, we gonna keep it real here.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
said. She was
Velvet
around
was
too many
doing the
niggas for me.
most. Now, that don't mean I'm gonna take that shit away from who originally told us. Now, the reason why the daddy is not being spoke of is that why, Velvet? But Nature Boy said he fully knows for facts that she's pregnant and that's the way she carries. She carries very, very small.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who is the daddy? Why is it secret?
Well, we could tell she's pregnant because her face is fat and her belly is big. So We know she pregnant. Like that ain't no
Yeah, she
question. She's
pregnant.
fucking pregnant. Like she's preggo right now. Like she definitely is pregnant, Nikki. I get you on that. She's definitely pregnant. But she got pregnant in February when she went to the photo shoot, the video with old boy
For little
and
dirty
all that
nasty
kind of
self.
stuff. But
Yeah,
I'm still not gonna rule out Dusty because she been seeing that nigga.
I'm not ruling it out either at all. I'm not ruling him out, and I'm not ruling the one situation out. That one is the one that I'm pointing to the most because that whole scenery has faded away. Nobody heard nothing. That's because somebody is still talking. And if I mention it, I won't say two words about it.
Cause like I know when he was here, when Kite was here, he said like Nature Boy does give them like abortion pills to take to abort their babies. He said that as well.
Well, I'm going to say this here.
What you say? What you say, Fezah? I didn't hear you.
Um, Kite said like Nature Boy does give like the women abortion pills, or he'll take them to go get abortions when he
Oh,
don't.
goodness.
Yeah,
Yes, he make them drink this tea that we knew about 3 years ago. It's
yeah.
this
Really?
tea.
He
Yes,
when
it's
he
this
was here, he
tea.
told me that they drink that they like he gives them like a pill, a herbal pill, or he'll just take
Yes,
the one. Yeah.
it's a tea that he makes that we have Googled that has been out that makes you have an miscarriage. Okay,
That is
I'm not gonna
so
say
sad.
abortion. Abortion is when your ass lay on the table.
Right.
We
Mhm.
all women know what abortion is, but
Yeah,
he has given them shit to make them have a miscarriage, and
right.
that's why this shit with Zoka and Solar, all that shit we keep talking about miscarriage. No, baby, your baby was full term. That was no miscarriage. Y'all fucking did something to that baby. You can't have a miscarriage. You can have a miscarriage after your second trimester. There's no miscarriage. The miscarriage is in your first trimester. Okay? All women know this when I say this. If you having a miscarriage, it's in your first trimester. It's not in your second. It's not in your
Exactly.
third.
Exactly. I agree, me. I agree, Miss Me. And that is 100% correct.
So something happened to that baby. But all the other women, like Fufu, all her miscarriages, quote unquote, and I'm pretty sure Aya had some. But y'all got to remember too, y'all keep forgetting about some of this shit. Let me put y'all some game. Aya has this disease where every time she get pregnant, she loses brain cells. She gets even more retarded or the R word. Okay? She has this disease which we have spoke about on World Channel. Every time every time she get pregnant, no matter if she has the baby, no matter if it's aborted, miscarriage or whatever, she loses brain cells. Please, if anybody in the chat remembers this, please put the worlds in the chat. Like this is what this is why Aya is so gone. This is why she's in left field. One flew over the cuckoo's nest, elevated stuck in the basement, dinging, because every time she get pregnant, she loses brain cells. She has
Mm.
this disease. Does
She got to
anyone
have
remember
something
this?
because she seems
See,
slow and
y'all
slow
see them
about it.
worlds in the chat? Because they remember this. Nikki, I don't know if you know about this,
No, no,
but
no. This is my first time hearing it, but I believe it.
yeah, anytime Aya, she has a disease that anytime she get pregnant, that whatever it is she has, I forgot what it was called, but somebody will put it in chat or somebody will find it. But anytime she get pregnant, she loses brain cells.
All them
So
bitches
can
losing
y'all
brain
imagine how many times she got pregnant and lost the brain cells she's lost? Y'all see them worlds in the chat because they remember this.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yes, this
It's
was
just
2 or 3 years
shit.
ago. hmm It was. And this is when the so-called sister that came out now that nobody knew about, the sister who's all of a sudden talking, she ain't say nothing about that.
Well, I
But the
want to
aunt
say,
did. But the aunt said this.
I believe it was a lot of stuff here too, Miss Me, in regards to the relationship between her, Shaka, and Azine. I believe that was going on longer than just one day.
Oh, of course, Nikki. You know it was. You know it was. Because he passes around them, and I believe that's why he beat the shit out of Velvet on July 4th because she probably screwed Shock and his wife at the camp, and that's why he beat the shit out of Velvet around that circle.
Yeah, now you're trying to
Okay?
confuse us and tell us that
Exactly.
Malaya and Velvet is cousins. See, you got to think about what Nature Boys do. He would throw shit out there to keep you from focusing on the real shit.
Doesn't papaya have something to do with like you can have an abortion or things like that with that fruit?
Now that I do not know,
I don't
I
know
can't
that
answer
either.
that one.
I just know he give them some kind of pill. He has the T that the TEA, the real TEA that he gives them to have an miscarriage,
I know
not
about
an
the old
abortion.
fashioned pill.
Abortion, you have to lay on the motherfucking table get an abortion, okay?
Right.
He gives them that to have a miscarriage in your first trimester,
I
okay?
know about one old time pill, and it's called Humphrey 11. And that's stuff that they used to use back in the day. I don't know if that's what they're using, but then they have some new shit. The morning after, all types of shit they got. You know,
Yeah, he
it's
was using some kind of pills, Nikki. He
right.
was using the pills.
Well, I
He
know
been
Humphrey
using it.
11. You can buy that right out of the drugstores right now today. And what
Yes, you
Humphrey
can.
11 does is it will make you bleed out whatever it is going on with a baby that's forming.
But you
And
still have to have a
also,
DNC. That's why they all
yeah,
messed up.
and
Even when you have a
Humphrey,
miscarriage, even when you have
exactly.
a miscarriage, you still have to have a DNC. I've had a
Yeah.
miscarriage.
And
You
you have to
still have
keep
to
in
clean
mind
yourself out.
true facts. And another thing, Miss Me, Humphrey 11 will cause organ damage if abused
Malia,
and used too much.
Malia,
No.
y'all listen to Miss Nikki. Malia, it will cause organ damage. Look what happened to Malia. How many times
Yeah.
y'all think that girl ain't got pregnant? She only 22, 23 years old.
Yeah, you
That
look
girl
it
done
up.
got pregnant.
It's called Humphrey 11. It will cause organ damage and it
Yep,
will well make you hemorrhage.
yep.
Mm-mm.
That was
Look at
probably one
Malia.
of her issues when she
Look at
went
Malia.
to
Yeah.
the
Y'all think that
hospital.
girl ain't been pregnant? That
Yeah,
girl done been fucking pregnant.
that
Come
was
Yeah,
on.
one
and
of her
Humphrey
problems.
11 is very dangerous. It's a very dangerous pill. And I remember back in the day, they used to use that stuff a lot. And I've learned about Humphrey 11. My mother was telling me about that shit. How they used to take the Humphrey 11, as well as women has lost their life using Humphrey 11.
Serious.
Well, to look that up,
Yeah,
but
check
I'm
to
pretty
type
sure.
it in there and look it up.
Yeah, I
You'll see
will. I will, Miss Nikki. But I'm
it's
pretty
something
sure
else.
she's right. That's why I ass is crazy as fuck. Cause she has that disease. Every time she get pregnant, she get like off and off her and off her and off. She just throw the fuck off. She's thrown off. Come on, y'all. I don't know. And with the shit with oh boy that Nikki talking about and Fezah, I don't know. Boo, I just don't know how you did it. I'm just trying to understand
I,
how you
I don't
took
even
one of
know
them combination members in.
I don't even know how I did it. I'm like how you puzzled by it. I'm very puzzled by it myself. Like, oh my God, did that just happen to me? Like, I still freak out thinking about it. I do, because it was a lot to take in. Like, it was a lot happened so fast, and like pouring his soul out to me on like saying so much stuff, and it's just like I was just overwhelmed and. But
But
like
Fezah, let me ask you this. How did you even come across him? Was you
I was
following Nature Boy him?
No, I was on Bigo already and happened to just come in his live and he was talking about the situation with Brianna. And it was like me, it wasn't a lot of people in there. It was just like maybe not a lot of people at all. And like basically everybody was just telling him like it was more so like older women in there and they was just telling them like you should probably like write down like what you want to achieve, like, and what you want to do with your life. So, um, like I
So
came,
you hadn't
I just kind
so
of just
you
tried to,
hadn't heard about Nature Boy before that.
I heard of them, but not in detail. Like, no, like I've never sat around and just like watched videos on him or any other members. No. So I didn't really know it was like that deep. Like I didn't. So that's why I was kind of crying on the panel because like I was kind of getting like a little scared. Like what? Like I mean, all the things he told me, like it was just, I just got overwhelmed. Like I'm just like I can't believe. And then Miss Divine was telling me like um, like some stuff about Kite and like how he sacrificed the baby around a fire and that like just freaked me out. Like it was just a lot to take in.
What you mean sacrifice the baby around the fire? What?
Yeah, like she was saying like he was in a picture and I was just like I can't believe this boy was in my house and he's done all this stuff. Like it's just
Yeah, the
crazy.
ritual, Miss Meat. You don't remember the ritual? Hello.
Yes. That's why I'm trying to see what she talking about with
But
that baby thing.
he was supposed to show me like a ritual when he was here. But 'cause he asked me like, "Do you know about rituals?" And I told him like, yeah, I know about rituals, of course. But he was like, "Oh, because I can show you some." Like, but he never did like like show me how to do them. Like he was gonna show me how to do them, but he never brought it up, and that kind of shocked me that he knew how to do that at a young age because like I was just shocked by that that he knew how to do stuff like that. So I was like, "What the hell?" So. Um, Yeah, so he was talking about that, and then it was just like when he was in my car, like um, he was in my car, and I asked him like a question. He just got real mean and didn't speak at all. Like he didn't speak, and it was just like silence in my car for like 10 minutes. And then he asked me something, and I was like, I'm not gonna speak to you if you're not gonna speak to me. Like if you just gonna have an attitude with me and just don't respond back to me when I'm talking to you, like he would just be like that. Like just go from talking to ignoring you. And he was just very rude. And I was just like, I don't know what the hell's wrong with this little boy. Like, why he act like that? And I told him, like, listen, if you want me to help you, you have to communicate with me. And that's partially why when he was in the Walmart, he does not like to communicate. Like, he feel like I can just ignore you, like don't talk to you, like don't say nothing to you, and you just I'll tell you to get away, or and you just do it. I'm like, no, I'm a grown freaking woman. Like, you don't
Right.
just push me away like that. I'm a grown adult.